All right, this book dates itself with this problem. Page 128, number 9. The audio outlet purchased 60 cassette recorders. Just think CD players or some other iPod, whatever. All right. Gave away 3 in a contest and sold the rest at twice their purchase price. If the store's total profit was $1,188, how much did the store sell each recorder for? If you're reading this problem and thinking there's no way you're going to get it, breathe in, breathe out. It's okay. The first 4 problems for homework were the easy ones. The 5th problem was a moderately hard one. I'm walking you through it. Just breathe. You can do this. All right. They didn't give you the chart. You're going to have to fill out the chart. Well, they were talking about some that they gave away and some that they sold. So let's just talk about the cassette recorders that they gave away and those that they sold. It's also important to know how many of each there were. Well, it said the audio outlet purchased 60. So there's 60 altogether. 60 cassette recorders. Gave away 3. So under gave away, we're going to say there were 3 that they gave away. Well, if there were 60 altogether and they gave away 3, if it says they sold the rest would be 57. 60 minus 3. Okay, you with me so far? All right, now what we're going to do is income minus outgo equals profit. You girls probably already know this, but your profit is what you get left over after you talk about what you spent. Your outgo is how much you spent. Your income is how much you made. So your income minus your outgo is your profit. This part right here, we're going to talk about for each individual unit, just for one of the recorders. So the profit for just giving away one recorder or selling one recorder. All right, income. How much money did you make? If you give it away, did you make any money? No. You made 0. Okay. Outgo. That's how much you spent on it. You still spent money to purchase it, didn't you? You don't know how much it was, so we're going to let that be our unknown. You don't know how much you paid for that individual recorder. Now they paid the same price for each of them. Each of the 60 of them cost the same. So here, your outgo, again, this is just for one cassette recorder. You still had to, your outgo, what you spent to purchase it, it was still for a single recorder, some unknown amount. It's the same amount whether it's a recorder that you gave away or it was a recorder that you sold. You still bought them at the same price. Okay, income, the profit, the money that you made by selling it. Well, if it's the one you sold, it said you sold the rest at twice their purchase price. We've said their purchase price, the amount you spent on one recorder, was X. So twice their purchase price would be 2X. Okay? So we've used the twice their purchase price. We've also used the purchased 60 cassette recorders. We've used gave away 3 in a contest. We've used sold the rest. Okay. If the store's total profit was this much, $1,188, how much did the store sell each recorder for? Okay. Let's circle the box that has our final answer in it. how much did the store sell each recorder for? Again, these three boxes, these three columns, are for each individual recorder. This column is the one they sold. They're selling it at that price. That's how much they made. That's how much they're selling it for. So the answer is not going to be just plain old X. It's going to be 2X. Keep that in mind. Okay? So we can cross this out. How much did the store sell each recorder for? All right, again, these three boxes in here are just for an individual recorder, not for more than one. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, but income minus outgo equals profit. What is 0 minus X? It would be negative X. What is 2X minus 1X? Again, income minus outgo. 2X minus 1X would just be X. All right, this is a profit per unit. I should probably put that right here at the top. Profit per unit. And if setting up this chart gave you a little trouble, don't worry about it. It took me a second, more than a second. It took me a couple seconds to figure out, wait a minute, because this is a more involved problem. Okay? Give yourself a little leeway. Okay. Now, if this is your profit per unit, and we want this to be our profit for the number, total profit, that means it'd be, this box would be the total profit for the ones you gave away. Well, we actually don't have a profit. We have a loss. That's why we're going to have a negative here. And this will be your total profit for the ones you sold. Now, what you're going to have to do, this is your profit per unit. And this is your number of units. So you're going to have to take this box here and multiply by this box here to get this box. So the number that you gave away times the amount of profit, actually it's a negative profit, means a loss. So 3 times negative X would be negative 3X. That's how much your profit was. You had a negative profit for all three that you gave away. Okay? Number of recorders times how much you made on the recorder for each individual recorder that you sold. 57 times X would be 57X. All right, that's your profit, negative profit for the ones you gave away. And here's your profit for the ones you sold. Profit for both of them added together would be your $1,188. So we've got negative 3X plus 57X equals $1,188. Combine your like terms. 54X equals 1,188. You're undoing multiplying. So go ahead and divide. You've got X equals 1,188 divided by 54 is 22. Now, you may be tempted to say the answer is 22, but they didn't ask us how much you paid for each recorder. They said, how much did the store sell each recorder for? Remember, they sold it, how much they made, their income on each one was 2X. So it's not 22, it's 22 times 2. That means the answer is $44 is how much they sold each recorder for. And this is an odd problem, which means you can check in the back of the book. And if you do that, you'll find that that is the answer.